Hi guys, this is your girl Avant, and today I'm going to show you how I make my cauliflower mash with salmon. I'm going to pan sear some salmon. I already prepped my salmon. I have my salmon right here. So I prepped my salmon right here, and I'm going to be adding salt and pepper to my salmon and a little sazion seasoning. And I'm just gonna mix this together, and then I'm gonna sprinkle this on my fish. I used about a quarter teaspoon of salt and a quarter teaspoon of black pepper and a quarter teaspoon of sazion seasoning. I'll season the flesh side up, and then I'll flip it over so I can season the skin side also. After I season my salmon, I am going to get a pot on the stove with some olive oil, and I will show you guys that also. I have my water boiling for my cauliflower, to make my cauliflower. So this is my cauliflower. I already prepped it, washed my cauliflower and chopped it up. You don't have to do it too fine. You just want to make sure that your cauliflower cooked through and help your blender so it's easier to blend. So I will show you guys update on this as I go along, okay? All right, so I have my pot going on here for my salmon. While the pot is heating up, I am going to add some olive oil in the pot. I'm gonna add about a tablespoon of olive oil. Just make sure that the bottom of the pot is well oiled, because you don't want your salmon to stick to the pot. So I add my oil inside my pot. And in the meantime, I have the water boiling over there for the cauliflower. I'm gonna go ahead and just get those in the pot. I added a little tip of salt in the pot to cook my cauliflower, and that's all I added for the cauliflower. And I'll cover the cauliflower and let it cook for about 6 to 7 minutes. And then I'll just test my cauliflower to see if they're cooked through. If not, I'll cook them for another 5 minutes. So as you can see, your oil is hot for your salmon. And you can go ahead and get your salmon in. Make sure you have skin side down. I don't want to crowd my pot with my salmon, so I'm just going to put 2 inside right now. And you let that cook for about 5 minutes until the skin side, or until the skin side is golden brown. So I will come back and show you guys as soon as I flip those salmon. So it's about 5 minutes later. I'm gonna flip my salmon. I'm gonna use my spatula to flip my salmon. As you can see, my salmon is golden brown on that side. Be careful when you're flipping your salmon. You don't want to burn yourself. As you can see, my salmon is golden brown on that side. So we're going to let that side cook for another 5 minutes, and then we're going to take them out and put them on a paper towel. So it is another 5 minutes, and I'm going to go ahead and pull my salmons out. So And I'll place skin side down. You want your salmon to be nice and golden, like my salmon right there. And we're just gonna complete the third piece of salmon that we have. While we're doing that, let's go ahead and check our cauliflower. So our cauliflower could use like another 5 minutes. So we'll just let those cook for another 5 minutes before taking them out. And then I'll complete frying my salmon. And I'll let you guys see as I go along. As you can see, our salmon, we finished frying our salmon. See how nice and golden brown our salmon is? We're just gonna set this aside for a minute and then work on our cauliflower. So our cauliflower took about 10 to 12 minutes to cook. And we're just gonna go ahead and drain the cauliflower and get it over to our blender. All right, as you can see, I've had my cauliflower to my blender. I am going to use a half a cup of almond milk, and I use the silk 30 calories in a cup, and I'm gonna use a half a cup of the almond milk, you know, just to help my blender blend along. You can add more milk if you want, or if you don't want milk, you can add water. You know, it depends on the consistency that you want for your mash. All right, and I'm gonna go ahead and mash this. I'm gonna go ahead and help this a little bit. Stir in. If your blender is not blending, maybe you can add a little bit more milk in it or water. But as I say, it depends on the consistency that you need for your mash. If you like it a little bit more loose, you add more milk, or you could just add water. I like mine a little bit thick, so I'm not going to add anything else to it. I'm just going to continue help stirring it, and keep blending. It is of a mashed potato consistency right now. You can make it very smooth by continuing to blend, or you can leave it like this. It'll have a little bit of a lump in it. I like mine a little bit smoother, so I'm gonna blend a little more. And that's good now. So I'll show you. This is what it looks like right now. You can see it does look like mashed potato. I'm gonna go ahead and pour this in a bowl. When you're finished with your cauliflower, you can add a little bit of salt and pepper to it. I will add a little bit of salt and pepper to my cauliflower. You can use a spatula to scrape this out, but I'm just using a spoon. And this is what your cauliflower mash looks like. You see it? That's what it looks like. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and work on our sauce for our salmon. All right, in the same pot that we just fried our salmon in, we are going to add a tablespoon of garlic. I'm using minced garlic, so I added a tablespoon of minced garlic. And I'm going to add 1.5 lemon zest to my pot. And I'm just going to saute this so you can smell the flavor and the aroma of the garlic and lemon zest. And saute this for about a minute. And I'm using the juice from 1 lemon. You kind of want to make this come to a thick consistency, so you're gonna let it cook for maybe about 2 minutes. All right, now we're gonna add some butter onto this. I use Kerrygold butter for my sauce, and I'm using about 3 tablespoons of Kerrygold butter. Now you could turn your stove off and just use the heat to melt your butter. And now you could go ahead and add your salmon back into the pot. And there you have it. You have your sauce for your salmon. I'll plate this up and show you what it looks like, the complete meal looks like. This is what we have. I'm gonna plate this up and show you what my finished product look like. And there you have the finished product, my pan-seared salmon with cauliflower puree mash. And I finished with dry parsley. What do you think, guys? Again, this is your girl Avant. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Again, this is your girl Avant. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.